Hey family, welcome back to another episode of Ohtobewhole with your girl Camille Young. That is me. Glad to have you here with me on today. Look, that sun is just beaming, 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 and I love it. I absolutely love it. This is my time of the year, baby, with all the warmth and everything. So look, y'all, I'm gonna dive right on in. I wanted to talk about a word that we may use quite a bit, but do we practice it? Okay. And the word is courage. Courage. You know, if you have read the Bible and heard anything about the story of Joshua after he took over, Moses's role as the leader of the Israelites and Joshua actually taking them into the promised land. When God spoke to Joshua, he told him several times, take courage, take courage, take courage. And, it may seem like just a passage of scripture that you're reading, but the significance of the number of times that God told Joshua to take courage, take courage. And I want to tell somebody today, I'm only telling you this because I'm telling myself the same thing. Take courage. Take courage. And in a day and time like what we live in, and anybody would say at whatever stage in life or era in life that they were born, that things are hard or whatever. But it's like now, because information is so easily accessible and it moves at the speed of light, people you post something on social media and it's literally gone across the world in seconds. And so being a courageous person is a little different these days. People will blacklist you, people will shame you, people will try to intimidate you because you had the courage to do something or say something or stand on principles. And I definitely want to be the type of person where what I believe, I'm willing to stand on it. I'm willing to stand on it. And that doesn't mean just because you stand on something and take courage about something and you're courageous about something, that doesn't mean that you have to hate the people who disagree. It doesn't mean that, there is disdain or dislike because you have a different opinion. I would challenge you to, anybody who feels like, you got to be in agreement with everything. That's not true. There is a space and place to agree to disagree. And at the end of the day, you got to stand on what it is that you believe and have the courage to stand on it. I know it becomes a bit more challenging when you have to stand on things that could potentially cost you your job, cost you your friendship, cost you your marriage or relationship, could cost you a contract. It could cost you some really, really high stakes things. And I recognize that. But if you really, really believe that what you're saying is right, or you're standing in integrity, we gotta. I'm saying you gotta, but I gotta. So we gotta take courage and be courageous. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. That's over in Proverbs. I believe that's 3. Proverbs 3, 5 and 6. I believe those are the verses. And you cannot, when you're walking in courage, you can't walk in fear. And when I say, it doesn't mean that you don't have nervousness and some level of healthy fear, but you don't allow the fear to overtake you to where you cannot stand in courage and be courageous. Okay. So I just want to encourage somebody, because I'm encouraging myself even now. I'm going through some things, The Lord is growing me up and maturing me around some things and some places, and I'm having to face some people and situations head on with, eye to eye, toe to toe. And it is what it is. So, but I just want to encourage you to be courageous. Okay? Have courage to do some things. And there's some of you that are probably watching even today where you have found yourself in a circumstance or at a crossroads where it's going to take courage for you to make that decision. It's going to take courage for you to move forward in it. It could be a new business. Again, it could be just having to tell somebody no. It could be having to tell somebody the truth, having to confront someone around accountability. There's so many areas in life. Having to even share the plan of salvation with someone. It takes courage to do that because people will reject you. Okay? And I try to keep in my mind that they really not rejecting you. They're rejecting Christ when it comes to sharing the plan of salvation. So I just encourage you. I encourage you to be courageous and take courage. Okay? And stand on. I think I did a video about it. I can't remember or not. But anyway, I got 330 videos now, 331, something like that. My God. But to stand on business, you got certain things, you just got to stand on business and let the chips fall where they may. And if you know that you're standing on the right side of righteousness, God will take care of you. I'm not saying that there won't be some level of consequences, but God will look out for you and he will take care of you. All right. So look, that's all I got for y'all today. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to get your book. Ladies, if you have not yet registered for the LTY Women's Retreat, it is not too late. It's not too late, but the deadline is quickly approaching in September, the first week of September. I think it's like the 3rd, maybe the 2nd, somewhere up in there. But you ain't got to worry about that deadline if you go ahead and register now. Okay, go ahead and register. All of that information is down in the description. All right, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, God bless.